folks. This is Kennymotown, grumpy old neighbor, and I just thought I'd let you know I've been promoted to the show's announcer. So, we'd like to get this thing rolling, and if you remember a show called The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson and his sidekick, Ed McMahon, well, I guess I'm Kennymotown's Ed McMahon now. So, without further ado, here we go with the show. Here's Kennymotown.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the Kennymotown Show, episode number 4. Just waking up. We're producing the show, and I've got a rather big cup of Joe I'm going to start sipping on here. Anyway, you didn't tune in to watch me drink coffee. On the news of last week, rather sad episode. Another crazy right-winger went berserko in Norway this time. Apparently they're all kinds of nuts and they're all over the world. What a coward. Anyway, another note, Amy Winehouse was found dead in her home, age 27. Of course, every generation seems to have their own music stars whose lives are ended abruptly by drug or alcohol abuse. Rest in peace, Amy. And say hello to Jim Morrison for me. On some good news, though, this is out of New York. The legalization of gay marriage is commenced on Sunday. All right, way to go, New York. At any rate, people have got a good understanding. The tide has turned, and gay people are getting married all over the country. There's several states now that have legalized their marriage, and it's only the right thing. When people love each other, they should have the right to get married. And bigots need to get over themselves, because it's happening whether you like it or not. 2 thumbs up, New York, 2 thumbs up. And another note, debt ceiling talks, of course, are becoming a rather sad annoyance. Most people are seeing Washington, D.C. for what it is now, just political theater. And everybody back there, besides being millionaires and being in charge of creating our laws and signing our budgets into effect and doling out the money for programs and jobs programs and you name it, defense, Social Security. It has to get done. And this game is just getting old. It's all political posturing, trying to make the president look bad. So don't forget politicians, Mr. Politician or Mrs., whatever the case may be. The people of the United States are sharpening their pitchforks, and we'll be coming after you if you don't get your act together. And that's about it for this first episode, and I'll get back to you shortly. See you later.
Howdy, folks. This is Cletusmotown, Kennymotown's brother. He got this episode 4 going on, and he wanted me to give this kind of a movie review for a movie called Cowboys and Aliens. I guess since I'm a cowboy, it makes perfect sense. So anyway, and I do have some experience with aliens as well. At any rate, this is a kind of a goofy movie, but you know, them aliens, they've been messing around with my cattle a few times. I found a couple of them. It was a mess. I tell you, something got a hold of them, and it wasn't a critter down there. It was precision cuts with lasers, and you name it. They took all kinds of shit out of my cows, and I'm pretty pissed off about that. Not to mention, several years ago, I think I was probed by an alien. That didn't feel too good, but I tell you what, Cowboys and Aliens, it looks like a pretty exciting movie. It looks like it stars that Daniel Craig guy, used to be a 007 one time in a James Bond movie, and then Harrison Ford, that guy. Oh man, I tell you, Indiana Jones fighting them aliens ain't gonna stand a chance. And James Bond at the same time, oh man, I tell you, them aliens, they gonna get it, and I sure hope they do. I hope they get it up to, well, you know what, pay a little payback for what they did to me and a few friends of mine. But anyway, I'm gonna give that movie 2 thumbs up, because it shows them cowboys taking it out on them aliens. Looks like it gets pretty bad at first, but they find a way to beat them. That's what I'm assuming anyway. I'm looking forward to looking at the movie. It's coming out this week, so another distraction, but kind of a pleasant distraction if you ask me. I'd love to see them aliens get it, you know. They've been doing some bad things here lately. My cows and other people that I know, it's not a good thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that movie. I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. Okay, that's about it for Kennymotown's brother Cletus. Cletus signing off. Thanks for letting me be on your show, Kenny. We'll catch you later. Hello, folks. It's your grumpy old man again. Kennymotown said I could go ahead and deliver a special comment on this one section here, this segment. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know what I think about this. We got this one problem here in America that affects all sorts of different issues. It's called boson. That's right, boson. It's a substance that surrounds stupid people. It stops bright ideas from penetrating into their stupid brains. Yep, I think we all saw how it kept anything of significance getting done about health care. Who in their right mind wouldn't want a national health care policy put in place? Well, there you go. Boson caused that. Hell yeah. That's all you gotta do. Think about it. Boson. It surrounds all them stupid people. Now, for over a decade, we've had this climate change problem. Whether it's man-made or not, it's a damn time that we convert to solar and wind power. If anything, it will get us off this fossil fuel that pollutes the air and our lungs and gives our young folks asthma. Hell, in the long run, it'll even put people back to work and money in your pockets. I don't get it. The damn boson takes effect. Hell yeah, that's what it's all. Boson. Anyway, that boson affects so many damn people. We used to have some bright populace here in America. I guess the deniers love paying for wars overseas and grab what's left of that oil. Just goes to show you, another word I like to use, reincarnation is real. That's when people come back as dumbass hillbillies. Think about it. Boson and hillbillies, they kind of go together, don't they? Well, anyway, that's my special comment. I'm going to let it go right now. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Hello, friends. This is Embaldo. Once again, I am here at the sponsorship of your corporate overlords. Once again, I have to remind you, you are starting to wise up. This is no good. You must remain afraid. Be very afraid. Your corporate overlords are demanding it. We will continue to blow your mind with the stupidity in Washington, D.C. But at the same time, we understand there are several millions of you a little bit dissatisfied. Why, I ask? Aren't you happy making minimum wage? Aren't you happy there may be no social security for you when you retire? If you retire, possibility is growing slimmer by the day. I have been looking into my crystal ball again and to see what the future brings. But there is no good news for you. Many of you are thinking of heading to D.C. with your pitchforks and your torches. Why do you think we have Homeland Security now? Because it is our homeland, not yours. You think you can get it back? There is no future but slavery. Be happy. It's okay. We will protect you. As I have told you before, be very afraid of all things that we tell you to be afraid of. And don't forget, pay attention to Fox. They have it right. They're telling you the truth. And if you don't believe me, well, listen to Rush Limbaugh. He tells it too. For now, I'm going to let you go back to your boring slave life and hopelessness, because that is all you have in your future. Till later. Thank you.
Welcome back, folks. On a serious note, I try not to get too serious. It is the Kennymotown show, and it's supposed to be a little bit lighthearted. But I'm going to get serious every once in a while. On the war front, Kabul, Afghanistan. At least 80 militants were killed in a series of operations, including Afghan and NATO forces, during a day-long firefight last week. Apparently, these militants were largely based in Pakistan frontier territories. The raid included Afghan special forces, and it appears the U.S. is employing these Afghan forces to take it to the militants based in caves and fortified bunkers in those Pakistan frontier territories. The fight now appears to be in Afghanistan's border regions and in Pakistan. I don't recall too much mention of this in the mainstream media. After the success in killing bin Laden and the exposure of certain elements within Pakistan's government and the responsibility in harboring him, I think it is further evidence that the U.S. basically is saying to Pakistan, fuck you. And in another story out of Afghanistan, an 8-year-old boy was hung by militants in Helmand province after the boy's father, a police officer, refused to give the militants a police vehicle. Many of these people are trapped in the 15th century and are in need of radical education and bring them into the 20th century. We as a nation have really got to decide if it is our job to educate these barbarians. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, how much of the debt debate has touched on the over-bloated military-industrial complex budget? Answer: how much? I, like so many of you, are becoming weary of these military madness wars that seem to grow every year while the discussion and the cuts to budgets affect our homeland and people. One of the very reasons why I chose to do this show is to point out visually and entertainingly my disgust in the direction of our country. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the Kennymotown show. Until next week, take care of each other. Thank you.
Hello there, folks. This is Kennymotown, the grumpy old neighbor and official announcer of the Kennymotown show. Kind of like Ed McMahon from The Tonight Show. But anyway, I already said that before. So anyway, what I really want to tell you about is this show's sponsored by MSJnews.net. That's the Main Street Journal News. So you got to check that website out and tell me what you think. Write your cards and letters to the Kennymotown show or just leave a comment. That might be easier. I hope you enjoyed today's show.